No, the thing is, every time you have to see if this discussion for sure, I want to take some action, positive action. Can I take or not? If there is no positive action which can be taken, argument for the sake of argument is false. Either the other person should be able to do something positive, or you should be able to do something positive. Then there is some discussion possible. Now, if there's a viewpoint which says I don't want to do something, a viewpoint is towards inaction, no point in discussing. Chhod do usko.
So basically, you don't want to argue. What happens is you suppose try to do something good, and then what happens? It is not taken well, and other guy gets irritated. Then you also get irritated. Why you are getting irritated? All this creates so much friction.
Arey Baba, always,
and so much
always look
mental.
Always look and see, is there something positive I can do? If I can't do positive, don't do negative. छोड़ दो, आगे बढ़ो. Ultimately, something positive has to come out of this whole situation, right? Focus what is the positive outcome which you want, which will benefit many people or benefit the organization, whatever is it, positive. If the positive doesn't come, why create negative? छोड़ दो, leave it. Don't. There's no point in winning an argument. Okay, तुम ठीक है. Yeah, you're right.
Suppose if you keep conceding also, right?
No, the conceding is not about argument. Conceding about the positive directions in life.
Yeah, but if you keep conceding and you keep leaving the things, then what happens is eventually people start thinking.
No, you should make it clear.
You are weak.
No.
And then or probably they try, they don't improve, and they keep their behavior
that's what I'm saying.
increases.
That's what I'm saying. You should be known as a man of action, not a man of argument.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, people should know that this guy doesn't get into argument. He focuses on the action. That should be the image which you have to build.
Mm-hmm.
Argument for the sake of argument is not worth it. Argument for sake of moving things is what you should do. You should be a man of action and few words. Alright. So what is the outcome? What is that I want to achieve? What is that we want to achieve? Let us focus on that. Then all the arguments will be settled. For a viewpoint, I have a viewpoint, you have a viewpoint, it will never be settled actually. No point. That's why I'm saying, always focus on action. Okay, don't focus on the argument. Right? What is the action which you have to take? Is it positive? Is it inspiring? Focus on that. Winning an argument and inaction is no value.
Actually, what you're saying, like in office, what happens is, suppose two people are working, and then the other guy is very dominant, and then he's trying to make sure that though you took the work, he took the credit, and then you don't want to, you leave sometimes saying that, okay, it doesn't matter in long term, but then knowledge is more important, or actually all these things come down to the mind. But then many times this very long-term view is not visible to the mind, and you get trapped in the short.
No, that's where focus, always action. Right? Taking credit is a politics. How do I take credit? There is a way of taking credit without getting into argument.
But doesn't allow one to speak or means some sort of bullying.
No, that's okay. That's where always you have to ask for an action.
Even though you are acting, but you can't. Action is not like fight. It's not like, okay, I get into fight with him. That's probably not a correct action, right?
A positive action. Wait the way. That's something. Always think of positive action here. Don't get into arguments. Don't never win an argument. Winning an argument is not a issue at all. Creating a positive moment through action. Always focus. That's a karma yoga. We can keep on talking and no action. Talk a little and act more. Focus. What is the better way to do this? If there is action, how do I do it better? If there is inaction, how do I do it? Take some action. Very good. will make the mind action oriented. Be known in the office as a man of action, not of words. Hey, you can't talk too much to him. He wants to get into action. Like that, they should talk. People know winning a argument is a brownie point. It won't go a long way.
Obviously. And sir, how to
And
overcome
be a
it?
belief system also. You have a belief system, you have a belief system. Baba, you are happy with your belief system. You are happy with the belief system. Do you don't agree? I have a different belief system. Fine, it's okay. Now with the belief system, you don't have to do anything in the world. But together with the belief system, can you do something improvement for somebody? Anybody's life can be better. Let us do that. Or your belief system is messing up with somebody's life.
Obviously, man is
Man is
a collection of beliefs and ideas, and that's the whole source of conflicts. And
work towards something where you can do a positive contribution. Don't idle your time. Don't waste your time on unproductive things. Things which don't add any value. Argument doesn't add a value. Okay, you want to say that? Fine, Baba. I have a different viewpoint. Let us agree to disagree. Go ahead.
so, how to have inspired living? Actually, this is actually bringing to that.
Inspired living happens
Because actually, it's very difficult to overcome the inertia. Which, suppose I want to do a lot of things, and I probably want to study a lot of things, and there's an inertia. So let's watch TV.
I want you to remove.
Then what happens is
I want-
watching TV is the only action which happens.
I'm saying I want is not the question. By my actions, can I bring some value to somebody's life? To the society, to the environment, to the office, to my circle, family. Those are the actions which are those are the thoughts which will inspire you. Those are the thoughts which will inspire others also.
So I have a very interesting insight here, especially in software companies in technical track. What happens is that you get too obsessed with, I want to know this, and if I know this, I'll work better. I'll be able to, get good promotion, and I'll be able to work on better projects and this and that. But it's a very limiting viewpoint. And I'll give you a very simple example. There are a lot of smart people inside Amazon, and we had a routine health check. Okay, and after the health checkup, somebody's LDL cholesterol came up to be high, and that guy couldn't program for 7 days straight. He was so badly disturbed. I was like, dude, it's just your LDL cholesterol. It will settle over a period of time. And he was like, he was unable to work. And then I was able to, talk with him and kind of like get him into reality and guide him and this and that. So comparing that smart area or that knowledge oriented area is a very technical knowledge oriented area is a very limiting viewpoint. Like you can eventually learn a lot of things, but there is life beyond that. Like what Guruji said, you can help people in other ways, not just.
See what value you can bring to a larger people. Even in corporate working corporate, right? InMobi is a good company, it is growing, and it will add a value to Indian society as a inspire, like Google inspires. So it can inspire. So whatever you can contribute to life is good. Whatever you can contribute to a positive environment wherever is possible, in whatever way, that's inspiring. Contributing an argumentative, negative environment, nothing. It will not add a value to anybody.
Yeah, but how to have oneself, how to become oneself inspired to actually.
You tell me now, by doing this action, what value I can create for somebody is the question you have to ask. A small value, doesn't matter. Focus on that action.
Things I do it for adding value to myself.
That's a problem. And often
me and my family, obviously.
Yeah.
We often mistake what.
So, but obviously, I'm going beyond me, but so which is what we work for in professional life.
No, professional life in general contributes to welfare of the society also. Like Ratan Tata, they are all bring great value to the society.
That is philanthropy. They do.
Not philanthropy, no.
Or creating jobs also is okay, but yeah.
Their work culture, their thinking inspires people, no, motivates people, no. The way they do, right? Google creates the environment of innovation. It's a creation. It's a value to society. Right? You have to create something valuable to the society. You may do it as a selfishness, but ultimately it adds a value. So now what this man did, or when Apple Pay, he made a lot of money, but he created an environment of innovation. He created a society of innovation, right? It's a good thing. So I'm sure he will have that vision also. Even though he appeared to be selfish, but he will have his own vision of the crowd, what is good for the society. So you have to define, this is good for the society, this is where I'm contributing, and work towards that. Don't have to tell anybody.
So some people are so inspired.
Sit this side, I can't see your face, my neck is peeling. Okay.
So some people are so inspired, and they just go on without much. And some people require so much. Some inspiration.
Don't worry about some people. Okay, there are so many types of people in the world.
So I want
the question is for Abhishek. Okay. The question is only for you.
Mm-hmm.
There are so many people do so many things in the world. Don't worry about them. So, what is a worthwhile, inspiring vision for you? It may be impossible. Where, with your aligned with the current work, you keep working towards that. Don't have a vision which is diverted from your work. Don't have a vision which is diverted from your life. What is the inspiring vision which can help society, which can help your family, which can help your company, which can help your country? Work towards that. Align with that through small actions. Right. For example, anything which I do now, anything I do in business today, I ask my question. I need a job anyway, definitely. Without a job I can't survive. So first question I ask is, how will this help my business? Right? So then I look at a larger picture. How will this create more jobs in India? Right? So this can, by doing this, some of the jobs will be created in India. It's a larger picture for me. So by doing this, some technology and innovation comes in my group. Good, I make a better person out of them. Building capability in people. Bringing some business, some jobs to India. That's how I look at it. It may be a way of satisfying myself, but I see, okay, by doing this thing, I'm creating more jobs in India, more people get employment, some innovation comes in picture with my limited ability. Look at a larger picture. Anything you do has a larger picture. If you look at a smaller picture, it will be very narrow. Larger picture, as long as it falls into your vision, create that larger picture and keep going in life. You don't have to keep telling anybody about that. But larger picture should be good enough to give you energy. For me, the larger picture is India will become a strong country. India will be a world leader. That's my larger picture. It may happen in my lifetime, it may happen in next lifetime, it may happen in 10 years. I don't care. Whatever small action I do is towards that. That's how I align my action with the positivity, the higher vision. Right? So I used to work and develop a telephone exchange. I never got tired of doing it. Long hours with small things. I was thinking that by doing this I am improving technology in India. It's okay. Ultimately some other new technology comes. But you have to have a bigger vision. Work towards that. Don't worry about vision doesn't come through. Vision which inspires you, which motivates you, work towards that. That's your own creation. You don't have vision? What can help the country? You have to think in circles. What can help myself? What can help my business? What can help my family? What can help the company? And what can help the country? So when these alignments take place through small actions, it will be a beautiful action. The action will be mismatched. It can help me, but it doesn't help my company. It doesn't help me the business. That's narrow-minded action. Myself, my company, my business, my family, the society as a whole, if the action is contributing in positive way, that's the holistic action. That's the vision. That bigger picture is what you have to create. And take small steps. First question is that bigger picture is there with you or not? What really touches you? That's the bigger picture. I can see that you feel hurt when somebody speaks of the Indian value system. Okay, so you cannot go and repair that person, don't need to. Hello, sir. Sir, phone ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಜನ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. So, what creates a strong India? How can you contribute to that in a small way with your work, with your profession, with your environment? Constantly think of it. The people around you have to grow up. They have to become stronger. Every action of your direction, a small way, make India as a strong country. Then everything will fall in line. You have to ask that question in argument. By making this argument, will India become a strong country? By taking this action, will India become a strong country? It may be small. In large version, it may be a small thing. But it will energize you. It will energize people around you. So, what is inspiring, guys, you are not recording this, huh? What is inspiring is seeing a larger picture. Taking small step towards that. Yourself, your family, your business, your company, your country, and if possible, world. It need not happen today. It can happen next generation, 5 generations later, doesn't matter. That is inspiring. Not an argument, not a fight. So you have to see this bigger picture is very simple. What really hurts me? Somebody speaks against India, hurts me. So that means the positive thing is, how can I make a strong India? That's a positive thing. Then you start thinking, you think anything, many things will happen to you. Don't have to argue with somebody who speaks bad against India. Don't have to. That's a waste of time. What is that which I have to do? Contribute to that through my work, through my action, through my spare resources, through money. Ultimately, you have to live for a higher purpose. As long as you live for a lower purpose, your life will be in trouble, miserable. That's what people, they don't find direction, they will get lost. How is the work which you are doing contributing to India's success?
Building innovative company and people are getting inspired.
Yeah.
Plus, one thing which comes across is one has to live as an institution in himself.
Himself, you are the institution. You are the whole. But don't fight, don't argue. Action, 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 positive action. Any questions, sir? No work, but salary is not action. contribute, make things positive. Are you? What is the positive contribution you have done in last 1 year for the work?
Yeah, the business was improving.
Was improving because of you or in spite of you?
I don't know.
What is that you can do to make this better? Have you done that? That's a positive contribution. By your presence, you have to add value. Nobody has to come and say that you did it, but are you doing it? What do you think? You're smiling. Sorry.
गेल चेडू म्हाका म्हटला येवची नाका
Ah.
म्हणून सांगता आसाची टेंशन जाता आमी आसत ना कडेन पुरा वरलें पुरा जेन्ना कशें न्ही तूं एक पाटी अशी वच काम तशी तशीच एक अशी रावंड वता
बराय पडून
ना घरा आसता तेन्ना दिसा एक पाटी अशीच खंयचे एक दीस
त्याची एक कोटला वचून
पळय एक वाटला वचून अशीच थोडे वेळ पयसून गेले तशी चेडू हें करताची आमा तूं येवं नाका म्हूण सांगून गेलें नाका तुका विंगड काम पुरो आसना तें कर तूं आमी आसत ना म्हूण सांगून गेलें म्हणल्यार कशें न्ही एक वर्सभर हें करता म्हळ्यार तांकां बी स्टाफ आनी वरलें हांकां जाल्यार फुडें एक हें दिसना म्हूण सांगून गेलो म्हळ्यार जबाबदारी हांव घेना अशी खाली एक इन्स्पेक्शनची करचें येता म्हूण सांगून तांकां बी एक धैर्य जाता सांगून कसं न्ही आसल्यार पळयत आस म्हूण सांगून गेलें आनी तुमी त्या वेळार पेपर सांगितलो तशी करता त्या वेळार तुमी हांकां सांगें हें करता सांगिल्लें कसं आसल्यार पॉजिटीव घेवन बसका हें करका म्हूण सांगून पेपरां
कोणाकय चांग जालें जाल्लें
वय तेंची
उलोवन खंय प्रयोजन ना
वय तेंची तशी मायंड कसं न्ही हें जायना कोण कसं म्हणल्यार कसं न्ही आतां सुमार काळ जाता न्हू आतां म्हण आनी हें जावचे तरी पुरो एकदम हें जाली कसं न्ही तशी अशी 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 सांगून सुरू जाता थंड अशें कसं जाल्यार रिप्रेझेंट आसचें म्हूण सांगून सांगलें तशी विचारा कसं फास्ट कसं जाल्लें म्हूण सांगून
आज कसं करचें जाता कोणाक एक चांग जाल्यार चांग करचें जाता खरें चांग करचें जाल्यार
तशी करता आसा तशी कशें दिसलें तें आमगे यात्रा मस्त हें जाता आसा म्हाका तुमी तें सांगितलं सान केलो उडाली तेंच्या वेळार येता मनांत हें करचें ना म्हूण सांगून कसं ड्युटी आसता तें साद्य जालें तितलें करचें तांकां बी एक व्हड जबाबदारी मस्त व्हड जबाबदारी जाता चिकेची हें जाता शेक जाता चिके एक पाटी कोण जावन हें करता
जाता ते पण बिझनेस जाता
वय
बिझनेस धडे त्याचे जुना सोडता
अशी एक पाटी हें जाता का गेल्या वर्षी जाता का
अनुभव
वय तेंची हांव म्हणजे मस्त कसं जाता म्हळ्यार कितें जाता कितलें हें करचें आमी काही कसं न्ही वायट करनाची
You want this?
No, it's okay. Any questions?
Basically, this is on. So with that, like why I asked is because sometimes I try to do think that I will do these many things and then I don't do because actually now I think that I don't see my inspiration behind doing it. I actually just think that it is good to do, but
you are taking actions at an action value. Action should be inspired action. So there are the three people cutting the stone. Somebody asked him fast for first day, what are you doing? He was sweating and energetic. Don't you say I'm cutting the stone? The second way asked, yeah, I'm cutting the stone. He's a little bit more energetic. I'm cutting stone to build a building. The third, see, I'm cutting a stone. I'm creating a temple. So many people will come there. So see the bigger picture in your small action. We are small. We are not big. There's a whole infinity. In fact, we are not big. We are very small beings. But when we contribute to a larger cause, we feel more connected. That nobody will tell you that larger cause. It's you to find that larger cause. When I was working in teleportation development, so there are so many times I have to lift the weight, I have to sweep the floor. There's no worker. Everything I had kept in tip top because this is my country's work. I was able to see how many people will make a phone call through my exchange. Whenever I go to a village, there is somebody who was talking to the television. My name is not there. I know it has contributed positively to somebody's life. And I also know that it's part of my job. If I don't do it, I don't get a salary. But my job or salary becomes more inspired. I get energy. And also I know that tomorrow technology will wipe out this technology. Whatever I did will go get wiped out. But whatever I'm doing is adding a value to somebody's life. See the bigger picture. And create the picture as beautiful as possible with your ability. Others' action will be boring, dull. Are you able to inspire people through your words? Inspire them for a higher goal. Inspire them for a larger achievement, larger growth themselves. That's the inspiring action. You can always speak, oh, what do you know? I know better. For that purpose you can speak. No. Make the person part of you. Together we can grow.
So there is a ego actually, I will just say different topic. What happens is, suppose if somebody has done bad for me, or I feel that I have felt hurt, so I may not want to get even by doing doing the opposite, but there will be hurt, and you don't want to be normal with that guy. So how?
First of all, nobody can do anything bad to you. It's
Is
impossible.
that I get hurt some actions.
It's impossible for you.
Somebody calls me fool, I will get hurt, saying that okay, he called me.
So actually, you should be thankful to that person. At least somebody has spoken the truth. Don't be lie around in front of you. See, that's why. First of all, it's our attitude towards life which makes a difference. Realize that everything is God. Even somebody is coming and shouting at you, calling you a fool, is God. He is trying to teach you something. What is he trying to teach? At the first outset, he is trying to teach you, boss, don't get agitated. Don't increase your blood pressure when somebody calls you fool. That's what he is trying to teach you. Okay. Now, the moment he says fool, your blood pressure rises, that means you have not learned the lesson. Huh? You should be thankful to that person because he is teaching you a very important fact in life. Keep your blood pressure under control. Right? Then, by he telling you a fool, what difference does it make? Nothing. But when he tells a fool, you are a fool. If you are able to maintain your calmness inside, that means a lot of things positive things have happened to your life. So that's why he should be. You should thank him. Somebody says colorful. Oh, thank you very much. You should say. See, there are no adverse conditions in life. Adversity is what we perceive. Every adversity is a seed of possibility. Is a seed of opportunity. Are you able to recognize that seed and recognize the possibility, or are you getting bogged by the adversity?
So, but the normal tendency is actually when somebody says good of you, then you try to replicate that and do good for him. And when somebody doesn't do, you don't feel that he has done good for you, then you actually try at least, not if not get even, because getting even is always not possible and may not be your cup of tea. But then that sense of, oh, I should do still good for him. I should still be.
Don't do good for him, don't bring it, don't do good for anybody. Good for a larger cause, good for a larger thing. Again, you align your thought process with a larger cause, a larger picture which you have. Can this person be a productive person in your larger game? Involve him. If he becomes a hindrance, just drop him. Don't worry about doing good to him. It's not a good to person, it's nothing to do with person. It's a larger picture. Everybody small pawns in this whole bigger picture here. It's all chota, we are small guys. We are not big. In your corporate also, there must be hundreds of people who are much smarter than you. Right? We are small pieces in this whole mechanism. Ultimately, we have to see how effectively, how efficiently, how positive, in a positive way we can contribute small amount to the larger picture. That's all it is required. Otherwise, life will be a burden, Abhishek. It's a mess. That's why it said that Anil, no, that animal, no, that Anil, squirrel, right? Squirrel. So Rama was building monkeys, all Hanuman and monkeys were building a bridge to across the Sri Lanka, right? So there was one squirrel which used to dip in water, do some small and roll in that sand, and used to go and drop that sand in that bridge. So Rama saw that and asked him, what are you doing? I am helping to build the bridge. The drops of sand, okay. So Rama was very pleased. Okay, a small effort. It's not the amount of activity. It's your intention, your desire which makes a difference. Rama was very happy and he touched it, and that it says that there was a golden mark on that squirrel. So the God is pleased with your intention. The action will be small. Don't worry about that. But think the whole thing as a God. It's a bigger picture. In that bigger picture, what I am doing? You are putting flowers to the God? Put up. What big deal? One flower to the God. What is that? It's a small children. That also you are not created, right? Somebody has you paid some money to get that flower. That you are offering to God. Okay. So will God get elevated because of that flower? But by that action you are getting elevated. You feel uplifted. So our action should uplift us by thinking that everything is God. How I can offer that small flower to the God. That's life is. And very well understanding that God doesn't need the flower here. Big deal. He's waiting for your flower, is it? This country, India, does it wait Abhishek's action? It's a whole thing. It has been there for 10,000 years. It has survived so many attacks. It has survived, seen so many foreign invasions. It has seen multiple racial conflicts. It has seen many things. The country will continue and it has its own life. But when I contribute something to this thing, positive to that, it's all like offering a small flower to the God. In that process, I get elevated. I have a positive thought. I have a bigger picture. Do that. That's inspired action. And inspire everybody towards that such a positive action. Don't tell them bigger picture. These are not. Inspire them for positive action. Any questions? are silent. Anybody who comes and hurts you, he has a blessing in disguise for you. Look at the blessing. Don't look at the hurt which he caused. We tend to learn more in adversity than in a conducive environment. Almost all discoveries of Western science happened during wartime, not during peacetime. Major breakthroughs. Because adversity brings something best in you. So adversity is not adversity, it's conducive for your growth. The day, I'll tell you, the day adversity is not there, it will die. Because that gives the growth. The animal in the zoo, they don't have any challenges. Okay? They are force fed with food. If they are left on the street, they will die. They can't survive. Hinduism is criticized every day in and day out. It's good for health. You look at things, improve. The religions which don't tolerate criticism, which suppress criticism, will die. This is the paradox of life. We have to accept criticism. There are negative practices, bad practices, wrong practices. Accept criticism. Okay, don't kill the messenger. Change what is wrong with you. That is the right way to grow. That's what Hinduism is about. Ability to improve itself, reinvent itself. The religions which can't reinvent themselves are stuck in medieval times. They can't survive in the modern time. Over a period of time, they become irrelevant. They will be extinct. So adversity per se is not adversity, it's a blessing in disguise. Socrates had a very tough marriage. You heard of that? When he used to sit for meditation, his wife used to get angry and she used to pour one bucket of hot water on his head, not cold water.
Oh my. Depends on where he's living, where he was living.
Yeah, when he was
In
living.
Russia.
So somebody asked him, okay, you have such a tough life, you are married to such a tough woman. Okay. And how come you have become a great philosopher? He said, I should thank my wife. That's why I have become a great philosopher.
He has this famous quote as well, like, by all means marry. Like, if your wife is good, you'll become successful, and if your wife is not good, you'll turn out to be a philosopher.
Right. So, that's why I say the fastest route to employment is get married. The opposing viewpoint itself, they are not opposing.
It opens the door for actually possibilities for improvement.
That's why there is a beautiful teaching by Mahavira. It's called Anekantavada. Okay? So have you heard of this? I've told Anekantavada sometime. Huh? Anekantavada, Mahavira says, people come with different viewpoints. Okay? You have a viewpoint, you have a viewpoint, you have a viewpoint, you have a viewpoint. Now he says there's no right and wrong viewpoint. Okay? All viewpoints are right partially and right partially, wrong partially. There's nothing called absolute right or absolute wrong. Every viewpoint is relatively right. So then you don't see two viewpoints as opposing. You see only a relative position. Mahavira learned it when he was a kid. Actually his name was Vardhamana, means he was after his birth his kingdom, father's kingdom grew. So he was playing it's a 7-storied palace. He was playing in somewhere in between. His friends came and asked his father was on the ground floor. Where is Mahavira? Where is Vardhamana? Father showed he's up. Then they ran to the 7th floor. There his mother was there. Where is Vardhamana? She said down. They came down running. So Mahavira is neither there. Mahavira is in between 3rd floor. Then they told the story to Mahavira. The Vardhamana said, my father was right. My mother was right. Both were partially right. So what happens is we tend to take life as a right viewpoint or wrong viewpoint, which is actually black and white. Life is never black and white. It is actually what we call more of fuzzy logic. 0.3%, 0.3 and 0.7, 0.6, 0.5, 0.5, 0.4. So when you take that, we don't take anything as adversity, we take it as viewpoint. Take it. This is a possibility. So every adversity becomes a possibility for us. If you don't take that viewpoint, every possibility becomes adversity for us. We make life miserable. I met one person recently. That person is going through a very horrible, tough disease in life. It's a dizziness. Whatever when you walk and talk, the whole world rotates. It's called vertigo. I've heard of people. I've seen people who have vertigo for attacks for half an hour, 20 minutes. That life is miserable. Somebody having vertigo attack 24 hours a day. Life is tough. You can't walk. Everything, ground is shaking. The wall is shaking. Whoever you speak, they are not stable. Can anybody have worse than this? You cannot interact in life. That person asked me, is there anything positive in this? Right? I told all of us are learning to understand life is Maya, very hard way. Everything in life is illusion. For you, the life is a Maya visibly. The world is
You are experiencing.
You are experiencing. The walls are moving, the chair is moving, the table is moving. Okay. What is not moving is your consciousness, which is Shiva. Okay. It's very easy for you to realize. That's why she told, the person told, how many janma of karma I have done. I told her that you are not janma done, all your karma is going because you are able to see the reality of life as it is. That person became so peaceful. She has sent me a mail today. Every possibility you can see a disaster. Every disaster you can see an opportunity. What are you seeing? That person who has been suffering for 25 years has become so peaceful. I have so many amazing. It's hard life. There's nobody to support. You have to support yourself. You have to walk. You have to talk. You have to go in the city. There's nobody to support. And the disease of that nature is very difficult life. But what is not difficult is to have an attitude towards life which is more positive, which gives strength.
So when we see the extreme cases like this, it obviously gives us some piece of peace that at least we are not in, we are blessed to not have. And all this logic actually, logic means basically like suppose if somebody doesn't go do for, then I feel like not doing well, and I actually constrain myself and all those things only come when you have a lot of spare time. In the sense that when there is no real problem, actually, if you really see, when there is an urgent problem, when there is a house on fire, people forget everything. In calamity, everything is forgotten. So only when we see the calamity like this, obviously it gives a peace of mind. But then also this head keeps, oh, this guy did this to me. Why should I do good? Or
First of all, don't take guys here. They are all irrelevant. Chota pieces. What value Abhishek is there in the universe? Tell me. Nothing. Bloody nothing. And so is everybody. I'll tell you a story. Pope died. Pope is a big boss, right? Millions of people, billions of people follow him. He went to the heaven. The gatekeeper of heaven is there. What is his name? No. That's the Yamraj is, there's some Peter or somebody is there, gatekeeper. Says, who are you? Huh? You're not recognizing me. I'm Paul. I'm Pope. Which Pope? I'm coming. I'm Pope of Earth. Where is Earth? Which Earth? You don't know the Earth? Where Jesus Christ was born. Which Jesus Christ? You don't know Jesus Christ? Sir, this is the center of this God's palace, right? We are responsible for maintaining for galaxy. There are billions and trillions of Earths, billions and trillions of Jesus Christ, and billions and trillions of popes. Now, which pope are you? Which Christ has been? At the universal level, there are small things here. We are not big. Okay, that fellow is also small. From his level, he may start thinking big. Understand? That's all from God's viewpoint. There are small things. How we can do positively, contribute to each other, work towards life. Why do you must I am greater, you are greater? What is the action which is required? Let's focus on that. What is the positive action? And I am doing to good. What good you can do to anybody? Tell me. Huh? The only thing which good you can do to somebody is a positive thought, a positive word, a smile. That comes longer than anything which you give to that person. A positive environment. You are thinking that I want to do some good to that person. No. Always for a cause, not for a person. Person is irrelevant here. Does anybody care Abhishek tomorrow is not there in this company? Huh? Nobody. Not one day will stop. That thing will stop in the world, boss. So we think we need some self-esteem, we are trying to do something. That doesn't mean that don't reduce your self-esteem. I'm saying understand that this is my limitation. With that limitation, whatever best I can do. Don't do damage. Where is good thing or is bad thing? Tell me. It's our viewpoint. Was Ravana good or Ravana bad guy? If Ravana was not there, Rama would not have been so famous at all. Rama was all fame of Rama is contributed to Ravana. Ji, smiling. I'll tell you also, about you also. I know why you went for a job. Otherwise, you'll not be sitting at home comfortably and making him work. Now, I don't know what situation changed. So, adversity is not adversity. Tell me now. You think if you don't have your company doesn't have competitor company doing so well efficiently, it will be lazy like public sectors, government offices, because there's no competition. They will die. Many of them are dying because nobody asks them what to do. They're left to themselves. They'll just deteriorate. Whereas private sector companies, they're struggling to be competitive because the moment there's no adversity, they'll die. The adversity is contributing to your growth and survival, boss. The moment, the day you don't have adversity, you will die. You'll become a potato or vegetable.
Why you don't want adversity is so that you become the boss. One becomes the boss. That's
The adversity makes you grow up as a person. Why American companies are so big corporates, so tough competitive, so tough and so grow anything they'll grow? They've come up from adversity, a fierce competitive environment. They're not come in this thing what state controlled environment. Many of the state controlled environment in Russia and all, they've died already. The environment is very conducive. Why do you think adversity is wrong? Ultimately, the question is whether I am making it, my mind is peaceful or not. Whether I am seeing an opportunity or I am seeing a danger, threat.
when there are adversities in the life, the thing is, one feels that sometimes that much opportunity will not be there to do many things. Not many opportunities will be there to do things. So we try to remove adversities and say that so that we get more opportunities and better control, and we so that
I become powerful.
I become more powerful and grow and I become more. I grow. It's like if you are your own boss, then you will learn much more sometimes because not because it will be more struggle. If that adversity, if there are a lot of teammates, then there will be less of pressure and less of so sometimes removing adversities from life is also important.
I don't know. First of all, is it possible? I don't know.
No, whatever is possible.
The democracy will die the day there is no opposition party. The nature doesn't allow that. Nature will always allow the competing forces. If not this, tomorrow something else. So smiling. What is smiling about?
Life suddenly makes
Huh?
life suddenly makes a lot of meaning.
Meaning. Now you realize the purpose of marriage. And why you committed 7 lifetimes of marriage?
How many years of marriage will give enlightenment?
Only 7 lifetimes.
I'm ready.
7 years is difficult. I don't know about 7 lifetimes.
7 years or every day is difficult.
I'm thinking for only marriage means only husband, then I can get enlightenment. But full package is
Oh my God.
I don't think she has understood the competing forces.
Sir, actually, one thing I have a very strong observation on this topic.
So you are
And
talking
not on a
about 7 lakh
funny-
with only husband or what?
It comes as a package deal.
Actually, I have seen that with when there is a package around, actually husband and wife fight less.
It lacks
They
the
are
insulator.
more to focus on each other.
Because more the freedom is right, actually there's more opportunity for both of them to actually quarrel.
Don't tell this much.
I don't know, I will not tell that. I know everybody's life situation is different, but yeah.
But I'm trying to, what you told last time, I'm trying to see God in everybody.
Are there no positive changes in your life because of your class?
Is there
There.
so many?
There will be.
That's what I realized.
There are so many positive changes. Right? The way you look at the things, that's all.
Only thing is that when the thing is not there, then we realize the importance.
Yes.
Suppose if in-laws are not there, then we realize the importance of it.
Yeah, when you go home, who is keeping the food ready? Huh? What is that? Pulka. Chapati. Chapati. See? After all this gam, if you go home, some food will be available.
So Pooja is not opening her mouth, sir. So she has understood everything.
What is it?
So he has already told all the problems.
He has already told us about nothing left actually. See?
I'm a comprehensive package.
He's more suffered, sir. Actually.
Yeah, it's not about something, I'm just knowing some enlightening thoughts.
He's curious about
I
the
can-
suffering part.
I get that life is not a suffering, it's a celebration.
ಬೇರೆಯವರ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸಫರ್ ನೋಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಮ್ಮ ಸಫರ್ ಮರಿಬೇಕು.
The so-called sufferings are
ಪುಸ್ತಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಓದಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
Till this door, source door, mainly. After that.